Hello, welcome to What Do You Want to Talk About, a WWE and Fanatics original production brought to you by our friends at Wheatley American Vodka. And today we're not on my home away from home. We're not on the bus. We're actually in Frankfort, Kentucky at the Buffalo Trace Distillery. They do tours here. We are sequestered in a hidden room, a bit of a speakeasy, and get in on that.
You see this?
Get in on that.
This is a real thing. Look at that.
That is a real thing, folks.
The only way I'll ever be on a bottle is if I put my face behind the clear bottle. But look at that. There's two of them. See?
We did get multiple photos.
Pretty crazy.
And my guest, who's introduced himself already.
All right.
Slightly. Oddly, this guest I didn't think of an intro for because this is one of my friends in the wrestling business. And my father used to say he probably had 5 friends in the wrestling business, and when he would list them out, it seemed more like 3. DDP always excited that he remained one of those digits, but one of my very few friends in the entire business, former everything champion, WrestleMania, Saturday night, main eventer, all the things you could possibly do, and someone who changed the course.
Except Sunday night.
And somebody who changed the course of professional wrestling in general by the things he did in terms of, changed my course at least, helping me out, sending me out into the unknown and sending me out with the proper information, which I needed at the time, following my career, keeping up with me. One of my, again, I might be like my dad, 5 friends, maybe it's less, but he is certainly one of them, an exceptional human being, a lover of zoos. This guy loves the zoos, folks, and a dinosaur man as well. And please welcome to What Do You Want to Talk About, the one and only Kevin Owens.
Yes, yeah. Oh.
They usually don't clap. That's the first time we've
That's
ever
good.
clapped.
Yeah, I was going to say it's really awkward if only one person in the room full of, there's 7 people in here?
I dialed up an introduction for Priest, and it was
So
rough.
Since he got an introduction, meaning you're not friends with him. Because what you just said is
I
didn't think of an introduction
I
for
don't
your
know.
friend.
So a lot.
It's okay. I'm not friends with him. They tried to make me friends with him.
So a lot of people are. Have you heard me use the term workplace proximity associates?
Sure. Well, I've never heard you say that. I've heard you say several things. But
The
that
old
sounds like something that
WPA.
would come out of your mouth for sure.
WPAs.
Yeah, they tried to make me be friends with Damian Priest on television.
How'd it go?
Then I refused.
Can you tell me why?
Yeah, sure.
That's our first question.
Well, so in 2021, it was the pandemic era. I was embroiled in a feud with Roman Reigns.
Ah, the big dog.
It was the beginning of a 4-year nightmare that just would not stop for me. But when it started, we were wrestling in front of empty buildings. Well, we had the weird screens there.
Yeah, Thunderdome.
Yeah, you missed that. You missed that time. Right when we were going to have the blow-off match, which was going to be the last man standing match, the Royal Rumble, which turned out to be everyone's favorite match that we had.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks before, I'm thinking, okay, we're firing on all cylinders. We're going to the Royal Rumble. It's a big match. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I'm at television, and they come tell me, well, things are kind of changing now. You're going to be introducing your new best friend to help you take on the bloodline because it's the numbers game. I'm like, who's this guy? They go, do you know Damian Priest from NXT? I go, the guy who does the fake arrows? Yes. I go, well, I have nothing against him, but no one would believe that we're best friends. We could not be more opposite. And why? It's so random. Turns out somebody threw this idea out there, and it stuck for about 5 minutes until I said no. I don't want to be friends with him on TV. Maybe in real life, but let's start somewhere.
Yeah.
And it got killed. But he was going to take my match. It was going to be him versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, the plot thickens.
I was incensed. I said, no.
You as a...
But hey, for what it's worth, I didn't derail his career. He debuted on the main roster like 2 weeks later.
Well, you bring something up that I feel like we've never talked about on the podcast at all is sometimes there are people in the space in pro wrestling who say yes to everything.
Yeah.
And they kind of make that their thing is, you got it. I'll go do this. I'll go do that. I'll go do that. And then there's others who are more discerning and more disciplined with their choices in terms of how they present it as a wrestler, if you want to use the term artist, whatever it may be. I feel like I have always, I don't think secretly, I've always admired to a degree those who can go, hey, that's not for me. Mm-hmm. It might be a good idea, but that's not for me. Because there's that school of thought as well that's, hey, I'm going to make anything work. But sometimes making anything work is not as good as this just doesn't work in general. Let's find something else. And I feel like that's an area where I admire your ability to say, hey, I know myself, I know my brand, I know what people will buy, and they wouldn't buy that.
Yeah, I think it's, for me, it just comes down to if I think the audience would be insulted by it, which I didn't think the audience would be insulted by the concept of me and him being friends. But up to that point, and at that time, NXT had already been around. People are aware of NXT enough to know that he's been in NXT. I used to be in NXT. Yeah. We never had any sort of interaction. Never in our lives where it would just be so random. It was one thing if they would have told me you're going to bring him in as your backup, just a guy you saw in NXT that impressed you. But no, he has to be your best friend. I'm like, also, I spent years television-wise
telling us you had
every friend I had.
Yeah.
And not in a fun way. Backstabbing them. So why would I just introduce this random best friend that I've never... So anyway, it was more of a... I just didn't like it. I think it was shit.
You can't see yourself, though, in kind of that Shawn Michaels... I'm just picturing now as you're talking, because I'm having fun with this question.
That's the thing.
I'm picturing you in Shawn Michaels' outfit with Damian Priest
Damian Priest is. And I love him. Great guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. But when he is, on the way he can... Just him and me. It just doesn't work. No.
Simple question for you. What are you drinking there? What is that? That's a specialty drink made for just you.
Yeah, they called it Stun and Run.
Stun and Run.
Which is funny. I don't run much.
No.
But I'll take the stun part.
Yeah, this guy likes to stay in the fight.
Stun and walk briskly. Like, briskly part is getting worse because my neck, my knees are shit. So it's just stun and sit around a lot.
Well, cheers to you.
All right.
Cheers to you.
Thank you.
My friend has the Stun and Run. I have the American.
$14.95.
That is the price
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah. I mean, it's a proper...
Keeps it nice and cold.
That's the thing. It's a proper glass for me in particular. I will admit that I thought
your face was on the other side. So if that had been the case, $14.95 would be a bargain. Now it's a fair price because your face is not on it. So all due respect to Wheatley American Vodka.
I get the sense, Kevin, that some of this iconography and some of this stuff you don't love.
I actually do love it.
Oh, thanks.
I really do love it. I do. But I can't help but think, often I present it as it's very funny because it is funny. But also for me, I remember when you told me I'm leaving, I quit.
Yeah.
And now, you know what I mean? And I've told you this before. The difference is staggering. And it's more, I'm still in disbelief, not that you did it, because I knew you could, but that it surpassed even what I'm sure even you would have expected.
Oh, I'm in uncharted territory, right? For sure.
That's it. But yeah, but I do love it. I mean, this is incredible.
Do you know when you gave me your complete, full support, and you actually said something similar to what you just said? I think. Basically, you told me everything was possible for me after you saw a certain moment. Do you remember what that was?
The Ring of Honor Final Battle.
Yes. And you
texted Jay Lethal.
Yes, you texted me after Final Battle, and it was actually you who texted me after Final Battle, and then Triple H who texted me after I wrestled Christopher Daniels, and I remember thinking like, they're watching. They're watching. Yeah. Good. And I'm also having a good time. Yeah. I'm having fun. That's probably the first thing that I think it's important, and I always, not only are these fun, and I hope people are entertained by these conversations, but it's so important that people know, and we've talked about it on TV, we've touched it, but we've not been able to go in long form. When I left, I didn't really ask anyone other than you, hey, how would you map this out? What would you do? How would you play this? I remember talking to you about the list, which now is... It's kind of this symbol of where we mobilized a fan base to say, hey, I'm doing something. It's not just stay tuned to the next chapter. I'm not done yet. Can't wait till you see what I do next. No, there was a promise.
Yeah, it was genius to do that because then it made even some things that might have seemed mundane or not really a big deal to some people. For example, some of the names you had on the list. Great wrestlers, but not necessarily somebody that people would have loved to see you wrestle.
Sure.
Like, I believe Mike Bennett was on the list.
And Mike Bennett is on the list.
I really like Mike.
The Miracle.
Cody Rhodes versus Mike Bennett, to me, was not a match that people would have died to see.
Yeah.
Just because Mike is a great wrestler, but I don't think it's somebody that people would have thought him and Cody Rhodes could have a killer match.
Right.
But because you put it on the list, and then the list became this important thing, that match became something people wanted to see. And then you guys did it in TNA, I think?
We did it in TNA, and then we did it at a few Northeast wrestling shows.
And it was a bigger deal just because it had a bit of hype just from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You helped curate the list. You helped me. And it wasn't always, hey, put this person on. It was, I don't think this one.
I think I remember telling you shouldn't put that one on there.
I don't remember. I think the one
was.
that you were more like, I don't know, man, was Moose.
Yeah.
I think the one you were more, and a lot of those were. Remember, I was trying to be like Batman in this moment where I have a plan and there's a plan behind the plan. So some of these were booked already.
Yeah.
So like Kurt Angle, for example, booked already. It's got to be on the list. A few of these, and then a lot of them, the streamers thing. For example, I genuinely wanted that to see it, on these certain independent shows. Then the biggest part of it was I would ask you about the people out there and not just wrestlers. Hey, I talked to Greg at Ring of Honor, for example, and Joe, God bless him.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? And I remember asking you too, the big question I asked you about was pricing. And it was a really good conversation because you said, I agreed with your sentiment on don't rob the bank. Price yourself fairly so that you can keep going. Price yourself fairly. That my big thing was I would do the in-the-ring photos after the show. I wanted to make sure the promoter got his money back because I would be on the show with other ex-WWE guys or WWE legends, whatever. They'd rob the bank. I knew that guy didn't get his money off you.
Yeah, and I was tricky for that part because when I was on the indies, I had never had the WWE exposure at all.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the Rhodes name, which means a lot, right? So I think the highest amount of money I ever charged on anyone on the indies was $600.
Yeah.
And, I was getting booked enough, selling a ton of shirts, so I was doing fine. But you were a different story. So when we were talking about that, I just remember specifically hearing about ex-WWE guys that overestimated their appeal.
Yeah.
Just because they were coming off a WWE run.
Yeah.
And I think, a good example. Charged insane amounts of money.
Yeah.
Which he might have gotten a couple of times at first. Yeah. And now I think it's safe to say he has not been booked very much. I don't know, if that's, it might be by design. Maybe he decided not to.
Not everyone, it's so many people, so many.
This podcast is going to be like 20 minutes long.
No, it's all right because one thing, like for example, when you said we can bleep it out and
just let people
guess. Yes, that's a good one. That way there's no issue because I love that because that was a great example of, hey, I appreciate it, getting your money. We got to eat.
Are they going to put a square over my mouth
we'll
so
do the
people
full
can't
deal
read it?
so that people can guess.
Instead of a square, can you put Cody's face over my mouth?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, no, just this tattoo. Yeah. Just the tattoo. Yeah, but Cody tattoo.
It was tricky. I was all over the board in what I charged. If it was like a mom and pop, that probably was a one-time visit. Maybe it was more full rate, and then I'd do everything I could to make sure they got their money. If it was something I wanted to do, I don't know what I took for PWG, for example.
Yeah.
But I remember, I hope this doesn't sound crazy, I believe I took $750. And it was more a matter of when I said that, they weren't used to, nobody was making to be part of the Battle of Los Angeles. Nobody was making big money. You want to be here. And I understood that sentiment, but I also wanted to make sure, I hope they know, though, just there is a little bit of a firewall so that it's not just I'll do whatever and do anything.
I mean, so PWG, we may have talked about it, actually. And I definitely told you, charge the least to them that you were willing to.
Yeah.
Because me and Sammy we'd wrestle for literally whatever Danny would give us.
Yeah. Danny is Super Dragon, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because I remember he when I said $750, we agreed, but I remember there was a pause to the
yeah.
Can you do this? 100% I can do this, and I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you approached it in the best way you could have. You approached it with no ego and no expectation of, even though, so like, again, I hate to bring up the world, right?
Yeah.
They did stuff in WWE. They were popular guys at a certain level.
Yeah.
They won some titles and everything. But nothing, their run up until when they ended up getting released and having to go on the independent scene was never compared to the run you had up to that point. Even towards the end, if you want to consider Stardust as a low point, which
I know you don't.
I honestly don't. I loved Stardust. I legit did. Even if you consider, like, just look at everything before Stardust. You were Intercontinental Champ. You were in the Legacy with Randy. You were working Triple H and Shawn in main events of pay-per-views.
You were there.
Yes. You had a great run. And you still approached it with no ego, not expecting that run to do anything for you on the independent scene besides having promoters' attention.
Yeah.
You didn't expect them to give you $3,000 a match just because you won the Intercontinental title.
No, yeah.
By, disaster kicking Big Show off the apron.
Speaking of
with his
that,
foot going through a table.
we have to talk about the
Amazing
disaster
finish.
kick.
Let's do it.
No, but go ahead. I liked where you were going.
The table, his foot through the table,
And
the way his reaction.
Big Show told the producer, it's going to work.
It did work.
And that producer was dying to tell us we were wrong. And then when his foot went through that table,
What did Arn say?
His face, I remember him.
Was it Arn?
It wasn't.
Oh, shit.
But you could probably guess who else. But I remember him saying, I was wrong. That was great.
Let's play Guess the Producer. What year was that?
Gosh, Extreme Rules was the pay-per-view, right?
Doesn't work here anymore.
Tables? No, it works here.
He does?
Table? Yeah, hell yeah, he works
Jamie?
here. Nope. I would have done a Jamie impression. That's great.
Who's left?
It's not Arn. Remember, Big Show's Golden Circle. Golden Circle producer.
Man, I really didn't work with him that much. I don't think I know who his Golden Circle was.
So, well, when I say Golden Circle, I mean, when I first got in, Arn used to refer to the Golden Circle. It was the talent that really could do whatever they wanted because they did well for the company, drew for the company, and we took care of that talent. Of course, you're talking about John Cena, Randy Orton, people like that.
Oh, Michael.
You got
of course Michael will tell you it wouldn't work. Michael tells everybody nothing's going to work.
To Michael's
But
credit,
then he admits that he's wrong.
to Michael's
very
credit,
quickly.
he said, do it, and I can't wait to tell you guys it's wrong. And I remember him sitting there, and then he was forthcoming afterwards because he's been right so many times in his career to take that random shot and, shows foot going through the table. I mean, to this day, people think they use the B word for it. I'm like, great. Then it was, not, but
Botch. Wrong vowel.
it's all good.
Yeah, but it worked because of Show's reaction.
It's the whole thing, and that's how he really was as a
so
giant.
good. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you were there at the big Texan Steakhouse in Amarillo.
No.
When we're all sitting, it's a giant group of us. That's where if you eat the 70-something ounce steak with the potato and veggies, you get your picture on the wall. Okay. We're all sitting there. Two things happened that day.
Hey, I need a refill. Can we call?
Yes, for sure.
I need more drink.
I'll actually take one myself. There we go.
Stun and walk back in here.
Stun and walk.
No. This is a soundproof door.
I think it's that they have to come down the stairs to the speakeasy.
Are there customers up there? Push to exit. Hey!
All right.
Thank you. That was so quick.
Thank you. Are you ready to hold WWE history in the palm of your hand? Tops is bringing you closer to the action than ever before with WWE Tops Now, highlighting the biggest matches and milestones from WWE shows and PLEs throughout the year. Tops Now is enhancing the fan experience by connecting collectors to the superstars and spectacles that ignite their passion. Featuring stunning event-exclusive photography, each card is made for the moment, and for some lucky collectors, that moment could become the pull of a lifetime. Along with serial-numbered parallels, some Tops Now releases offer a chance at rare short prints, superstar autographs, and even pieces of the mat, gear, or other items used during the featured match. So, which moment will you collect? With each card only available for a limited time, you won't want to wait to begin your Tops Now journey. Be sure to subscribe to WWE Tops Now mailing list on Tops.com and follow Tops on all social media platforms so you never miss a single moment. Also, we should take a moment while they're doing this. These are our wonderful folks at the Buffalo Trace Distillery and our friends at Wheatley American Vodka. Okay, so we're talking about show
The Big Show.
Stepping through.
Step through the table.
So, Big Texan Steakhouse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Show is sitting at the edge. It was a rare moment. You know, it's always a rare moment when all the talent get together to do something.
Yeah.
So everyone is.
It's so rare that I never do it. So that
it's
makes
so
it
rare,
untrue.
right?
Actually, I went to eat with Randy, Waller, Theory, Carmelo Hayes, and a few others very recently. It was shocking.
So
People could not believe I was
that's
there.
a shocking moment.
Yeah.
So we're all there together.
Steakhouse. I'm not there.
Two things are happening.
Thank you.
Randy's going through a milk phase, and he'll be okay with me sharing this, but everything was whole milk. So he's ordering whole milk. He's wearing black jeans. He's only brought one pair. And this waiter comes out with a tray of drinks, and he literally, you see the wobble, he spills the milk on Randy's jeans. And I remember Randy was so Randy. He was like, well, it's not your fault, but, you know, I only got one pair of jeans, so what are we going to do here? You know, like, not your fault, but maybe you're carrying too many.
I see it in my head.
Like, clearly,
it's not your fault.
Clearly.
Maybe you're carrying too many, huh? And he's laughing maniacally.
Clearly,
super intimidating.
Clearly, like, it is his fault, and, like, the guy feels bad already, but the way you're saying it is making it far worse. Like, please, let's end this. But what ended it, actually, was Show in a very giant fashion. Show is sitting at the end of the table watching it all. It's all happening together. And then, of course...
Did he offer Randy his jeans?
No, because his chair shattered. His chair shattered, and he falls to the floor. And the problem then became he can't get up because we're all locked into this table. And so then to make it right, on stage is a prop chair. There's a stage in the Big Texan. It's this prop, big oak throne that they use. Like, hey, get the Big Texan, come get your picture up here. They brought it down for him to sit in it. And he was like, I'm fine. I can sit in a regular chair. I'm fine. And it was just an amazing, like, everything right happened. If you were going to attend an all-talent event, like, everything right happened. But the milk, then the fall, but his face was the same when he stepped through the table. And I always thought, oh, man, I learned, have you ever heard the, hey, I don't want to do comedy story? Have I ever told you that story?
Big Show?
Yeah.
No, but I can imagine knowing Paul.
Went strong on that one. Okay, so I wrestled Show 11 nights.
Before you go into this,
sir,
just because we're hovering around the topic of Big Show breaking a chair.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story of him breaking the chair because of me? And that's the moment he knew he liked me. No. And I entered Big Show's golden circle at that point.
Yes.
So I'm in NXT at the time, and we're having our first out-of-state show at the Arnold Classic. Huge
Ohio,
deal,
baby.
Yeah, huge deal for NXT. But before the Arnold Classic, and we were going to have shows there, we had a TV taping. I want to say Cleveland, maybe it was in Columbus. I'm not even sure. But we're in this building, you know, not a huge building, but NXT's starting to garner some, you know, starting to get some steam. But still, in order to make sure there's a lot of people there, they booked a main roster match. No offense to Show, probably the worst main roster match to book on that NXT show, considering what NXT
Flavors
was
are
about.
very different.
Yes.
Flavors are very different.
So the crowd was not kind to them, unfortunately. But they had a good match. Just wasn't the kind of wrestling they were there to see. So Show comes back after, and he, you know, I don't know him at all at that point, but I can tell he's not too happy, you know. He's a little down. He's not upset. He's just a little down that, you know, didn't get the most positive response. I was wrestling one Alex Riley.
Okay. Yeah, that Alex Riley. Yeah.
Intense individual, right?
Very.
So I'm wrestling him. He's the baby face. Nobody likes him. They like me.
Yeah.
So whatever. I'm wrestling him. I put him away with a pop-up powerbomb that wasn't quite a pop-up powerbomb because he didn't really get up for it. So it was whatever it was.
Half up powerbomb.
Then Finn Balor comes out to stop me from attacking Alex Riley some more after the match.
Oh, you were picking the bones.
Riley rolls out of the ring to the floor. Finn puts me down, goes up top. He's about to hit me with his coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace?
That's French.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
It's actually coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Yeah, anyway. I roll out, run away.
Yeah.
And as I turn the corner, because the way the ring is, there's a stage just like at the steakhouse probably. I have to run around up and then to go through the entrance.
Yeah.
But as I cut the corner, Alex Riley happens to be on the ground selling.
Oh.
So as I pass, I throw a kick at him. Show saw it
Yeah.
Thought it was the funniest thing. Burst out laughing, broke his chair right then and there.
Yeah, it's movement.
I come back to him on the ground, dying of laughter. Everybody circled around trying to pick him up. Hunter comes to tell me that the kick you threw at Riley was so funny. Show broke his chair.
Yeah.
And Show told me right then and there, you're in forever. It was so good, you're in. And later, and since then, still, we keep in touch.
So,
one of the kindest people, just because I made him laugh.
I remember the kick, and I also think it's funny that the reason the chair broke is because just the added movement of him laughing
just his pop literally
caused it to break. Yeah. He was he was so helpful.
I don't want
to
do comedy.
So 11 shows, the old school Europe tours. You know, you'd go 17 days door to door. You'd do 4 or 5 shows. You'd do TV. You'd do the other. After a while, they'd split it where like one guy was not on both tours, but in the beginning, you were on the whole loop. And I wrestled Show every single night, and we were outside of our WrestleMania match, but now we were pretty much married together. And one night, this rubber chicken comes in the ring, and he's beating me with his rubber chicken.
Fan through it?
Fan through it. And like I remember him telling me, like, feet up, and he just smacks me across the face with it, and then spit soda on me. I mean, it's just a real mess. And I decided I'm going to stand up for myself tomorrow. This is too much. This is too much.
So you were the one that said, I don't want to do comedy?
So what I told him, and I'll never forget it, and it was one of the greatest lessons I've ever learned in the wrestling business, in any business. I told him we're in the locker room at a show that randomly Phil Collins was at as well. I'm sitting there, and he comes in, I go, hey, you know, I don't really want to do haha anymore. I don't. And he just kind of went like, Says, okay. Well, can I tell you what to do then? I said, yes, please. I'm thinking we've walked this bridge. We're good. He goes, well, get over then. And he leaves. And I thought, great, great. Yep, that's 100%. And then that night, we did more comedy than we've ever done before. Yeah. I mean, with the chicken somehow was back. It was more than ever. And the crowd was coming in a way that afterwards he goes, I don't know much, but did you hear him? And I said, yes, I did. He goes, that's when you come back here, and this was so true, and especially in Europe, because I've had such a wonderful experience in Europe. He goes, when you come back here, they'll remember that. Yeah. They'll like you. They'll respect you. You've built an equity with them. And I know you, he was telling me, he's like, I know you don't believe me. You probably think it's, just filler, but I'm telling you. And he was totally right. And I'll never forget it. It was one of the best things ever. It's so funny that you're talking about Big Show, because you and Big Show were two of the first people to literally raise their hand and say, what do you need to me? So Big Show set me on the Hollywood path. Hey, go meet my agent at APA, Jeff Witch is a great legendary agent in LA. Go meet him. Tell him what you want to do. Just a general meeting. He's my guy. Tell him you've left WWE. You're looking to get out there. He'll set you up on some meetings. And he did. And it was prolific and it worked out. And I had no brand value compared. It's just coming from WWE. These weren't wrestling people. I was walking into their world. And then you, of course, and we have to talk about it being here in this conversation with you. You, of course, told me if you can, talk to Mad Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and see, if there's anything there, because we were going to be in the same places. Mm-hmm. We were going to be at Ring of Honor together. The Bullet Club thing had been decided, or maybe it even hadn't at that point.
I don't think it had.
But I remember telling them, because we got along and nice, but obviously Mad Nick were kind of their own enterprise. They were doing their own thing, killing the business, all their stuff.
Well, so they were, right after I left the independent scene, and I was at the top of the indies when I left, they were the guys that were right behind me and took that spot.
Yep.
And before me was Colt. So my blueprint was I basically listened to a lot of Colt's advice.
Sure.
Colt made me join Twitter. I didn't want anything to do with social media.
Well, God bless him for that. Yeah.
But at the time, he was like, get on Twitter, tweet every day. You gotta, this is how you're gonna grow your following, this and that. He was ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Colt created I'm the reason why Pro Wrestling Tees exists.
I believe it.
Because at the time,
thanks,
Colt kept telling, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Colt kept telling me, you gotta get t-shirts and sell merch.
Yeah.
Because what happened is in 2012, I stopped my day job, couldn't work there anymore. Had to go full in wrestling. Wrestling's gonna be my sole source of income.
Sure.
I have a kid. I need it.
Yeah.
I lost my job. I don't know what to do. Colt's like, get merch. Like, I can't afford it. I can't afford to pay $500 to have all these t-shirts made. Like, what do I do? Colt talked to, at the time, the owner of 1 Hour Tees.
Ryan? Yeah.
And told him, look, he had this idea. It's like, some wrestlers cannot afford to make shirts up ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then they came up with this concept because of me.
Oh,
Because
wow.
Colt was trying to help me.
Oh, wow.
And then the first ones on the site were me, Bucks, Colt.
Yeah.
And then the site grew and grew and grew.
I got bummed out, by the way, recently. They took finally, I had been on the storefront forever. And they
Your face was still on
me
there?
and Brandy were still on there.
How did no one get furious about this before?
I joked with them like, that makes sense. But in my heart, I wanted to tell them, hey, I wish I was still up there, just because that was such a...
I also got sad when they took me down after I left. Yeah.
It was a fun thing.
We were the pioneers.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that exists, so many people, not just wrestlers anymore, so many people... what you're talking about specifically is making a ton of shirts versus a print to order system. On demand.
Yeah.
So hey, they want 40, they want 300 shirts have been ordered overnight. Great, we can print them versus making them, sending them to them, you paying for them and having to go out and sell them all.
Yeah, because it's an investment. You're taking a gamble.
You're taking a gamble. Yeah.
But then for me, what was amazing about that website was from that point on. Ring of Honor got mad at me at the time. Joe Koff, bless him, great guy. But we got into it about it because at that time, all I would say was, this is my version of the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, which I've sold a shirt every single day since that website opened. And every day I would tweet.
Streak.
I would tweet the streaks. I think today's the day that the streak ends. And always somebody would go, oh, I'll go buy a shirt.
Yeah.
Which I never lied. Not once did I tweet, I think the streak's ending today, if a shirt had been sold that day. But if I tweeted, haven't sold a shirt today, I think the streak's over.
Somebody would show up?
Not just one person would, though, because everybody would want to help. So I'd sell 50 shirts just like that.
Crazy.
I was paying my rent. Every month I wouldn't have to worry about my rent anymore because of this. Anyway, so the blueprint was I followed Colt's advice. And then after I left, the Bucks... They had made themselves into this entity, this act that it didn't matter where they were going. They were must-see. People were going to pay money to see them.
Yep.
And on the independent scene, that was a rare...
Oh, my God.
It was a rare thing.
Yeah.
To the point where... I remember 2CW. You've wrestled for 2CW? Yeah. This is a guy, Josh.
I think.
Anyway, I loved working for them. They literally were trying to book the Bucks. They were trying to book the Bucks for one of their shows. Couldn't book them Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. They were just too busy. Sundays, So they put a show on a Tuesday.
Oh.
And they called it, we're having a show on a Tuesday night because it's literally the only date the Young Bucks were available for.
Yeah.
And they sold out on a Tuesday night in the middle of the school week.
Yeah.
So that's why when you left, I said, these are the guys you need to... Whatever you... And, at that point, I'd been back in WWE a year and a half, 2 years, so I wasn't super... in touch with the independent scene anymore. I don't know what changed. I don't know what hasn't. But I know what hasn't changed is that these guys are the most successful.
Yeah.
And they'll help you because I know they're good guys. They're great guys. They will help you. And, God, couldn't have guessed what would come out of it. But
again, it's uncharted.
Your face is on a vodka bottle.
Cheers to Mad Nick. Cheers, for sure.
them.
They deserve that. You mentioned a bunch of stuff that I wanted to kind of jump in on, but one of them was the face of the independents. You were the face, Colt was the face, they were the face. Yeah. I enjoyed that moment. Who do you think now in 2025 is the face of the independents?
Man, I can't tell you because I don't follow it enough. And I do, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I try to follow as much wrestling as I can.
Yeah.
Everything's changed so much.
It really has. It
almost feels, and I know I'm going to get, in relative trouble for this with the fans.
Oh, buddy.
But...
Welcome to my life.
It almost feels like there is no independent scene anymore. And I know there is. I just don't know enough about it because it's just not what it used to be. A lot of it is because independent talents of the last few years have been signed to national,
somewhere.
So
they're somewhere.
I don't know. And I'm not saying there's no independent standouts. I just don't know. I just don't know them. And, probably a lot of it is I have less time to pay attention to wrestling. Yeah. But I wish I had an answer. I really don't. I don't really know who's out there.
I feel like, so here's something that's kind of caused me a little bit of pause, is looking at it, and that spot was very clear. What you just described, Colt, Kevin, it was clear because anytime a promotion couldn't get you on a date, I remember for me it was Wrestle Circus. They couldn't get me, and I said, "This is the one date."
Texas?
Yep. I said, "This is the one date I have. Can you do this? I know it doesn't fit." And they said for that they made a show for me to come to. And I remember I had a bunch of caveats, like we did a Austin Pets Alive. I had shelter dogs and rescue dogs there. And one of the Basset Hounds, he got brought home. I was so happy because he was walking around with like a Adopt Me vest on amongst hardcore wrestling fans. I'm like, please, someone adopt this Basset Hound. And the girl, this is crazy. There's photos of it. The girl from Austin Pets Alive got in the ring with me after to say, hey, there's Chihuahua, some rescue Chihuahua. And I had done a tack spot. So there's tacks. There's one in the back of my head. There's one on my elbow. I'm bleeding from my back, and I could see her face. She was shaking when she got in the ring. Like, what is this? And why do they want the dogs? And I was like, yeah, like the wrestling fans love dogs. They love dogs. They love cats. Like, and ended up a couple dogs went home that night. But yeah, that's always a huge moment. So I would say I'd shout out, and I know you're going to be like, arr. I think Matt Cardona has held the spot. But what concerns me is
why would I be arr?
I don't know. You and him had kind of a rocky
No, we don't.
Right?
I love Matt.
Oh,
the only thing I'll say is
I didn't know that.
For a guy who loves being on the indies so much, he sure talks about how much he wants to be back in WWE a lot. That's all. Can't call yourself king of the indies and you're going out there telling people, I don't know why WWE hasn't signed me. I don't get it. If I was them, I definitely would have signed me. Are you happy or not, dude? That's it.
Yeah.
I love Matt. No problems. Don't like his tan. Told him this to his face.
You don't like a good wrestler tan?
No. Braun Breaker should be arrested.
What are you offended about Braun's tan? Is it more the color, or is it the fact that he is not putting his arms up in the tanning bed?
None of it's good.
Okay.
None of it's good.
You don't like the tan?
No, dude, you weren't born that color. I understand if you want to be a little darker.
Bro, I've wrestled with you where I'm like 8 shades darker.
Yeah. What do you mean? You've done?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure I would have judged you at that time too, but I happened to didn't see those.
Yeah.
But also, if your tan looks like it could rub off on someone else,
yeah,
it's too much.
Yeah.
You know what I fucking hate the most is when I go in the locker room, try to go to the restroom before a match, I'm walking. I've got my boots.
Oh, the slit. Okay.
Layer of fake tanner on the
what you're
ground.
specifically describing is quick tan, which is what...
I don't care what the method is. Anything that makes you look like that and then you don't clean up after yourself. Or...
It's hard to clean up.
What about the guys who go trim their beards or their armpits in front of the mirror before the show and just leave the hair there?
No good.
Psychopaths.
So you're mentioning Quick Tan, which is a product that a lot of wrestlers use, and I've used it before. It's a really fine mist, but it does get on the floor where you can't see it, and it is slippery as can be.
It's disgusting.
So wrestlers who
and then
use
it ends
Quick
up
Tan,
it ends up on the ring because you walk in it, or you guys sweat it off.
So
ends up in the ring everywhere.
Depends on when you put it on. The wrestler you're talking about specifically, the one who's causing a slippery floor and a mess, is the dude who throws it on 30 minutes.
Everyone, dude.
Not everyone.
I should be doing this shit, and no. Who am I fooling?
I want to just rewind us a second because Quick Tan is a big discussion. But we mentioned Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, I would say he's one of my 5.
Okay.
So.
You know how I know this?
How?
You never invite me when you go with them to Disney. Never invite me.
You've been to Disney in Japan.
Then you blame Matt for it. Did you know this, Matt? This asshole always blames you. Says Matt doesn't want you there. Correct?
I have never.
Truth.
I don't think I've ever said Matt doesn't want.
Liar.
No. Well. I mean, you went to Disney Sea with me in Japan.
That's right. In Japan, when you knew Matt was going to be nowhere near around. And then we couldn't corroborate our stories and realize you're full of shit.
I'll actually reel this podcast completely in and ask you about, you said when we were talking about the independent wrestling scene, you said you did not have the Rhodes name. There's a reason why I kind of chuckled in that moment.
Because on the independents, you couldn't use it.
Well, no. In the moment, the reason I'm chuckling is because there is a photo that's out there on the internet.
Yeah, the family photo.
Yes, of my entire family.
That's right.
Standing with the Dusty statue, and right at the end.
I'm glad you bring that up.
Right at the end, is one who is technically not family, but to me is family.
Okay.
And that's you.
That's nice.
Yes.
But recently I heard you tell that story, the story of the photo on
Yeah.
WWE programming. And you definitely, for sure, let people believe that I just jumped into the picture without being invited into it, which is inaccurate. Just like your retelling of me kicking out at one from the disaster kick when that was one John Moxley.
Yeah, I needed it to be you.
I was the only. And look, I loved your dad. You know this.
Yeah.
And everyone in NXT loved your dad.
Yeah.
But the morning where they unveiled his statue at 9 a.m. at Access,
You were the
there
only
was
one
one
that-
NXT guy that showed up. It was me. Because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the statue. And I'm ringside with the fans.
Yeah.
And you go, Kevin, get in here.
Get in
I go,
here.
no. I'm like, get in here. All right. Get in the picture. And then you spend years letting people think that I just jumped into your family picture and ruined this special moment.
I invited you into the photo. I invited you in the photo. I invited Kevin into the photo.
This better make it.
Oh,
Do
of
not
course.
edit that out.
And why I invited you into the photo was because I felt like if you look at the NXT class of the Dusty's kids, there's like a really small percentage actually. He coached a lot and he did a lot of promo work with a lot, but there's really a small percentage that he connected with and he linked with in a way that's my guy, that's my girl, you know? And I think probably Bailey, Becky, Colby. I feel like it was small. It was a short amount of people that he would go to a show or he would go to a Triple H or somebody and say, I can take this person. I can get them where they need to go. And you were somebody that was really special to him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a matter of, sometimes with the Dusty's kids, I would be jealous of them. And other times I would look at it and go, oh, I like that. I'm so glad he connected with that person, because I don't know if you know what he would write for, like, for example, I know what he wrote for Daniel Bryan. It's so crazy. Like they had these reports. Some of them are
They leaked
unfortunately
online
leaking
recently,
online,
yeah.
but in these reports, and I remember what he wrote for Daniel Bryan. In one of his reports was, "Why is this guy here? He's ready to be on the main roster." That's it.
Yeah.
So I could tell there was no love.
Sure.
He definitely knew
It's business.
he's ready. He's good. He doesn't need to be here. But when it would come to one of his people, man, you know, like how he would talk about Corey Graves, how he would talk about you, it was a really, he needed that. And I always thought, like, again, here you are. You're the only one who showed up for the statue unveiling of the statue.
I mean, and a lot of them were probably busy doing stuff at Access, for what it's worth. But
Also, the statue in my family is a rather polarizing statue because my mom is not a fan, but all of us thought, like, oh, we love it. It's great. That's a good shot of him, you know?
But, you know, I think I had an unfair advantage in terms of becoming one of Dusty's guys, right? And this is a very cherished memory I have. It was outside the PC.
Yeah.
I got signed to NXT in July of 2014, officially. I got told my tryout was in March of 2014. May 12, 2014, Canyon Seaman called me, told me, we're going to sign you. End of July, they brought me in just for a weekend. There was going to be an NXT television taping Thursday. They wanted me in Wednesday, come to the taping Thursday, go home Friday. And then, you know, a lot of my crop that was getting signed were going to start in December. But I told them I have to start before that because my kids would start school in August.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring them to the U.S., to a new school system in the middle of the school year. So it's okay, we'll start you in August. So I got brought in that weekend with Finn and Hideo, Kenta and Fergal. And it was super awkward because what happened, so we just basically trained a few times that week with, you know, some of the classes.
Yeah.
And then we went to the NXT show, the TV taping. And at the end of the taping, you know, it's the Full Sail Auditorium.
Yep.
So Hunter is having a speech to all the NXT guys. He literally sits, the auditorium is split. There's 2 sections and a staircase in between that goes down. Hunter's at the bottom of the staircase, sits every single NXT people on one side, and sits me, Fergal, and Kenta on the other side.
Oh, man.
It's just the three of us.
Putting the pressure on.
And he goes, NXT's becoming something different, something new. Everyone's got to be at the top of their game.
Yeah.
Because you see those three, they're going to change everything. It's like those three come out, three of you go out. The next day they fired 5 people. But I remember seeing that the next day at the airport. I was sitting at the gate, just flying back home. And I had a very stressful day that morning because my flight was like 2, 3 p.m. But that morning, I'm like, okay, now I got to find a house for my family. And I got to find a school for my kids. They're starting in 3 weeks. So I have to find a house to move into that's big enough for my whole family. And figure out what their school's going to be. So I basically, at 7 in the morning that Friday, I looked on a website, what's the best schools in Orlando? Best elementary school is this one. I went to that neighborhood, which happened to be 20 minutes from the PC, and I looked, okay, on whatever, Zillow, whatever website, houses for sale, for rent, because I couldn't buy.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a house up there. And then I went and tried to visit, but, can't visit a house in the matter of 20 minutes, whatever.
Yeah, no.
And then I go to the airport, I'm super stressed because I'm trying to make this happen, and I'm sitting and I see WWE's released 5 NXT talent. I'm like, holy shit, they weren't joking.
Yeah.
And then I swear, it's so weird. Somebody sits down next to me. So what do you think? And I turn, and it's Dusty. He was on his way to a convention, and we're on the same flight. And then we spent an hour talking. He's like, what are you doing? Because he was looking at me, he saw me looking at houses. So I explained this whole thing to him. I got to figure out a way to get my kids into this school. They're moving in from Canada. Got to figure out whatever needs to happen for them to be in that school. Got to figure out a house to rent, all this stuff. And in that moment, he told me, no way you can do it. No way you can make that happen. It's not going to happen. You have 3 weeks. Can't do it. Showed up the PC my first day. He opened the door and goes, did you do it? I go, I did. He's like, I knew you would. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then that was it. We spent an hour talking in that airport just about life, about family, about everything. Not one word about wrestling.
Yeah.
And that was it, man. I showed up a month later, and it was like, I hadn't seen him for a month, but it was just like, you know what I mean? I could already tell. There was something.
Do you know what it was? Like, do you know what he probably sensed?
I mean, I remember him telling me that he could feel my family was the real motivation behind all this.
Yeah.
So.
That's I feel like he grew up in a generation, he kind of thrived in a generation where it was almost in spite of your family. And I don't mean that I guess your family was supported, but you were out there, you were doing it, you were living it. And we did it differently. He was very much, this is for my family. Like, this is for them. And, to me, he's the greatest wrestler of all time. And that's why, I don't think I got good at this, Kevin, until I had Liberty. I don't think I saw why I wanted to do it. Everything else was like, oh, I can get ahead of him. I can get ahead of her, whatever it may be. But then when I had Liberty, I thought I don't need any of that.
Yeah, because it becomes about making sure somebody else has a good life as opposed to your own personal.
Yeah.
I want to show that I'm a top guy.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck if you're a top guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you don't see that until later. And I was the same way, man. I was obsessed with wrestling my whole life.
Yeah.
And I remember this guy, Neil. He used to wrestle in the independents back in Canada as Beef Wellington.
I know Beef Wellington.
Right.
So I know this Neil.
The ass punch.
Beef Wellington, yeah.
So we were friends. We were friendly. We're friends now, but at the time I can't say, here's a tissue.
Thanks.
I can't
Sorry,
say
my own damn show.
I can't say we were friends. We had a bit, because in his opinion, I was a bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
When I was training for wrestling before I had a family.
Yeah.
And maybe I was, because I knew I was the best in Quebec along with Sammy.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe I was a bit arrogant, maybe not. I probably was. I'll own to it. I was immature as well. So in his opinion, I was an asshole. Okay. But I remember him telling me years later and telling other people, once Owen was born, my son was born.
Yeah.
He's like, I changed completely. And he's like, from that point on, I've never had a problem with you because you were a different person.
Yeah.
And even when wrestling came into play, you everything was different. The way you saw wrestling, the way you act about wrestling, because also he would book a company, IWS, back in Canada, and before Owen, I guess I was a certain way about it, and then after Owen, it was about trying to make money and trying to make sure that this kid has stuff to eat and toys to play with and shit, like, right?
You said a good life.
It really does change everything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You said a good life.
Yeah,
like, good life. We mentioned our Disney trip. We went to Tokyo Disney Sea, you and I remember it was fun because you got to see it kind of through my eyes with Liberty, but also Owen was there. So we got to hang out and talk to him.
You remember I texted you after?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I told you I wish I could speak to my son the way you talk to him.
Yeah.
Because raising a kid is amazing but difficult, even if they're a good kid.
Yeah.
Owen's an amazing kid. But it's tricky, man.
Yeah.
Always worried about f***ing them up. Always worried about doing something wrong, saying something wrong.
Yeah.
And that summer, I took him to Japan for the first time. It was a dream of his to go to Japan. And, WWE was kind enough to pay for his whole travel, first class, everything. Nice. It was incredible. So I brought him with me. And then we went on that Disney trip with you. And just seeing you guys interact, I was like, man, I wish I could interact with him the way you did. But then I kind of realized later on, like, it's not my role. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel
it was a great day, man. To this day, still it was just such a great experience to, first of all, be with you. Yeah. Hang out with you, hang out with Brandy. Liberty was a little standoffish.
That photo of her is so great.
I still think she was looking at Masa,
not me. Mugging you. It might have been Masa.
I'm telling you, she was looking at Masa, not me.
Yeah, Masa. And when I say we were on that trip with Fat Ass Masa, yes, we say that's not a joke. That is the name he likes to be referred to as. It's Fat Ass Masa, my friend. You know what's so funny about you saying to me, I wish Owen would talk to you like he is. Well,
he talks. He talks to me great, but I don't think I have. It's so weird, man. The way you connected with him is the way I wish I could connect with him. But then I realized, well, it's a different thing too.
You're his dad.
There's a different role, exactly.
So the way my dad connected with you,
right?
I wish I could have connected with my dad.
Sure.
But he was my dad. You're his dad.
Yeah.
And buddy, already mission accomplished. A good life. I know we've got a lot ahead of us.
Yeah.
For sure. But like that was so much fun. Mm-hmm. So much fun. Oh my gosh. Well.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Cheers. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up fast. With BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on cost and on time. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. Your mental health is worth it, and now it's within reach. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million globally. It's convenient too. You can join a session with the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life, plus switch therapists at any time. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/Cody to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Cody. Our mutual friend Kirschenbaum, he wanted me to ask you how your figure fed was doing. Because I know you had a figure fed at one point, and on the original KO show before it ever came to WWE television, he wanted me to ask how it was doing, because I know you used breaking real glass to simulate Steve Austin. I don't know if you have your figure fed anymore.
It wasn't glass. I don't. Okay. I left my figures back home.
Yep.
Now I do collect figures still, but of my friends.
Ah, I know
So
that.
if I go to the store, I see a figure of one of my friends, I buy it.
Get them. Yeah.
Eventually, when I feel settled in my house, which I am settled, I just haven't had to think of the time, I'll put them all up. And I'm like, I'll be able to look around and go, wow, look at me and my friends.
Yeah.
This is what we accomplished. So I got figures of you. I got figures of, I've got the Bucks. I got Sammy. I've got Finn. I've got Becky. I've got Britt. I've got a lot of my friends, and I'm like, I can't wait to put all these up and think, man, look at all what me and my friends were managed to accomplish in our lives, So I don't play with the figures anymore. But yeah, there's a famous clip on the internet of me and one Jimmy Jacobs, who I love, one of my brothers, one of the guys I would take a bullet for.
Where would you take the bullet?
For Jimmy?
Yeah, like where?
I guess there are different levels, but
there's
some
different
guys I would
levels.
take it right in the heart, head, heart, whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
Other guys probably in the shin, the knee.
Yeah. Who's a shin guy? Who's a shin guy?
Well, okay. So in fairness,
I got a couple heart head guys, and then I got some shin guys. Sean Spears, I'm taking it in the ribs for. I'm not going down fully. God bless Sean. Julian, Ethan Page, shin.
Oh man, I'd run away from the.
Oh no.
That's not true. I'd probably take a bullet for almost anybody, but it depends where.
Yeah.
If you tell me I'm going to shoot you in the foot, it's either I shoot you in the foot or I shoot Ethan in the head. I'm like, shoot me in the foot.
Yeah.
But if it's I'll shoot you in the chest,
Such a ridiculous.
like, you run,
It's a ridiculous game. Yeah.
Anyway, you, Randy, Jimmy, Sammy, Finn, Becky, all in the heart.
It's weird that you're friends with Finn, in my opinion. Because he's an exceptional human being. One of my favorite people, and he's incredibly honest. He'll send me some messages that I will treasure for the rest of my life. Things that I'm like, man, I'm so glad another peer said that to me. I needed him to say that to me at that time. I have messages from Fergal that I have saved that almost steal my resolve. Yeah. But it just seems that because you're very different. Yeah. Very different. But maybe that's the
I don't think we're that different.
Yeah.
But I think on the surface, we look like we're different. Yeah. But at the deeper core, we're actually very similar. Yeah. And I would say he's the person in my life, actually your dad. So I knew your dad for a very short time. I didn't have the pleasure of knowing him long, but I became very close to him very quickly. The next person right after that is Ferg. We became so close so quickly because the first time I met him, I had heard about him for years. The Bucks would talk about him, all this stuff. Yeah. Never met him. Even, this is the funny part, the Bucks would talk about him so positively, so glowingly, that I almost didn't like him.
Yeah, of course. I know that feeling.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're building
then I met him and was
up,
like, they're right. This guy rules. Yeah. So anyway, he became a very good friend of mine very quickly. So yeah, he's shoot me in the head, shoot me in the heart, whatever you need. I forget where I was going with this.
I love how we listed who's the shin people. Hey, well, I don't know where I rank on your...
Heart and head.
Oh, good. Well, that'll make this next part even better.
But wait, where were we going with this? There's a reason why we brought this up.
I don't remember. It's what happens. The Wheatley American Vodka. God bless them. It's not water, dog.
Oh, yeah. The clip. Jimmy Jacobs. I get shot in the face for him any day. Yeah. But I'm doing the interview with him. There's a very famous clip on YouTube where I talk about how when I was younger, I would play with my figures. And this one particular day, I wanted to capture the essence of Stone Cold's entrance.
Of course.
What do I need to do? Playing the music's not enough. I want an actual glass break. But I chose a coffee mug, which it's not glass.
No, that's different. Ceramic.
And I threw it at the wall, which was just drywall. Yeah. Not brick. Didn't break, just got encased. Literally, this is the noise. And the best part, at the time we were living with my grandparents. My grandmother, my dad's at work. My grandmother is sitting on her rocking chair, thankfully, blissfully unaware of pretty much anything in life at that point. You know, unless I yelled at her, "Grandma, pizza's here!" She's not moving from that chair. Yeah. She didn't hear that. Just the mug just gets stuck in the wall. Wow. My dad came home at that exact moment. The disappointment, and you know what the best part is? He doesn't remember it. I think he blocked it out of his head. He was so disappointed.
You didn't know.
The disappointment in his mind when he saw this, and I'm telling Jimmy this story. And then I reveal, as he's taking I was waiting.
Stun and briskly walk.
Yeah, let's do the energy drink. I saw him as he's about to take a sip of his drink. Yeah. And I'm waiting. I'm kind of drawing it on because as he's about to take a sip, I go, I was 17. Lost it. Came out of his nose, spits it out everywhere. And I was. Then I tried to walk it back, by the way. In the clip, I go, okay, maybe not 17, maybe like 14 or 15. I was 17. Might have been 18.
Yeah.
It might have even been worse. But his reaction made me feel a little shameful.
Of course.
But yeah, I used to have an E-Fed. I don't anymore. But Jamie Noble
still does.
Has a great one.
I don't know if we want to draw. He does.
What do you mean? We don't want to draw attention to it? Yes, we do.
He does.
He'd love to have more attention on it.
He does.
Find Jamie Noble's Instagram. Is it Instagram?
I think is where he's
Find
pushing.
it.
Yeah.
This guy's booking shows that blow your...
Talented producer, by the way, right?
Great.
Jamie? Yeah,
amazing.
Jamie's great.
I've tried to be a tag team with him on television for years. The closest we came is when I punched Waller and Theory in the face at the same time. Jamie was part of it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it. This is our debut. We were on TV together. We're just going to keep rolling with it.
I like how you try to be a tag team with Jamie. One that I've been trying for years and just not going to happen. I keep trying to get Abyss into the Royal Rumble.
Well, yeah. It came so close one year,
I know. I think
it's too late.
Yeah, some things are too late.
He lost too much weight.
Yeah.
I think putting him in the ring at this point when he walks that way would be illegal. But we love Chris Park.
We do. We talked about him on the one with Priest because he's such a unique producer agent to get.
Well, during the pandemic era, he was a producer a couple times for me.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy who wants to figure shit out at the last second, last minute.
We should talk about that, by the way.
Okay.
We should talk about this.
But
I will tell
miss
you
my
this.
flight. I don't care.
Me and you are polar opposites in terms of preparation.
Yeah.
And you and Sammy, I've loved that we've gone this whole pod without really touching on
Amazing.
Sammy, because clearly Sammy.
So this is the stun and walk away a little bit.
Stun and walk away. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Again, our friends at Wheatley American Vodka. Thank you. Stun and walk away.
This is the most I've drank in at least 5 years, if not more. 5 years. What am I saying?
I can tell. And I'm with you.
Whoa. That rolls.
Stun and maybe run.
Well, no, I can't. Now more than ever, not run.
But you and Sammy.
Stun and definitely get a Uber home.
You and Sammy are so on a different timetable. It's like rap time. I will be there at like noon and be thinking of what we're doing and then talk to the person that we're working with and whatever. And then Sammy, I want to completely round this out for people so they know there's really no wrong and there's really no right.
There's definitely...
But then Sammy...
There's a right to 90% of the people, and then there's a 10% that will not think we're wrong.
But no.
Here's
why I think there's no wrong and no right. Because Sammy will be at the last minute
we'll show up at 3:30 p.m.
wanting to change a fundamental, massive piece of what we're doing.
We go out.
Right before, and he is taping his wrist as his music is playing.
No, but wait, what if we do this instead? Yeah, and then we're in Gorilla, the music's playing, he's like, we gotta go. But just duck that and then throw it. Okay, he got it. Did he get it?
It's the opposite of my life.
Hey, Jamie, can you tell the ref to tell him to duck and then throw? Yeah.
It's the opposite of my life.
Are we saying too much?
Not at all. And full of meat. Like I've got my aminos, I've stretched out, I've oiled up, I'm ready to go. It's the opposite of my life. But here's
stretched.
Here's what I've discovered. Of course, you guys don't have time.
Shit out
here's what I've discovered, especially with you and Sammy. You will go out there and it will still be magical. And it's one of those like I use R-Truth, I use Miz, I'll use those two as an examples, and obviously Sammy. The process of putting something together might be difficult. The process of getting together and the whole conversation and the pre-production might be arduous, but man, in the moment, gosh, that was magic. And Sammy, I will watch Sammy like a 2-seg, especially when I move to SmackDown. He'll be in a 2-seg or a 3-seg match, and I'll be watching him. And he is one of the few, like he almost reminds me of Barry Windham from back in the day. He's one of the few that if that crowd was a little subdued by seg 2,
they'll be awake.
He's got him. And I'm like, dude, I don't do it the way he does it.
That was our job when we were Raw Tag Team Champions, man. Or when we were Tag Team Champions, we had a bit of a shit run. I remember before we won the titles, we kept saying, we just hope we can live up to the Usos, what the Usos did. Yeah. And we didn't.
Yeah.
But our role as tag team champions at the time was closing out Raw, and it didn't matter Raw's a long show. At
Give
the
him
time,
something.
3 hours.
Give him something.
Make sure they're awake by the end.
Yep.
And dude, watch that bit. And we wrestled Judgment Day about 17 times in a row. We had them rocking every time.
Of
and
course.
95% of that credit for that goes to Sammy.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you keep bringing up Priest. No one hates that process
Oh my God.
more than Damian
Oil
Priest.
and water. Oil
He
and water.
will. Oh my God, I've seen
But
him
here's the
lose it.
magic. You're in the match together.
Yeah.
So oil and water, and then you get out there and you're like,
Yeah. And then we come back and they're like, it worked. I'm like, of course it worked.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up Miz though, because you know what, dude?
never count them out.
Dude, there's a guy, if there's one guy that doesn't get enough credit,
Yeah.
it's him. Even me. I'll fully admit this, and I think I've told Mike before.
Yeah.
I watched WWE from the outside looking in when I was an independent wrestler hoping to get to WWE.
Yeah.
And I'd see Miz and go, how the is this guy main eventing WrestleMania? How the is this guy always in the top angles?
Yeah.
How the Dude, I know why. Once I worked with him once, I was like, that's why.
He's amazing.
We talked about making everything work. He is the epitome of that.
Amazing.
He'll say yes to anything. He'll make it work. He'll do it good. And he has amazing matches.
Yeah.
He had a match with Gunther in Chicago.
I
You
remember.
look at Miz. You look at Gunther and you look at Miz.
They got him.
Do you think those guys, do you look at Gunther, you think, hey, I can't wait to see him wrestle. Miz is probably the bottom of the list.
Sure.
Dude, they killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it. And guess what? That's true with almost everyone. Miz can do that with anybody.
It's funny because
He does not get enough credit.
I had one of the rare bad matches with him, and it's
Really?
completely my fault. But I will say this: I had at the school one time, I had a kid kind of he said something snide about Mike, and I thought, you know what, this is a good teaching moment. And I walked out after I was done. I was like, hey, just so you know, if you look at the amount of time and equity and ability, and also we're in a season right now where WWE is cool. Everybody loves WWE. WWE's great. There have been seasons where that's not the case.
Yeah.
And there was Mike. There was Miz. I mean, he's one of those. He reminds me, there's a couple others. I mentioned this to Natty Neidhart not long ago. She was talking about her book. You know, when Natty eventually goes in the Hall of Fame, I'll probably stand up for 3 minutes clapping for her. When Miz goes in the Hall of Fame, I'll stand up for it. That's going to be very special because he's so unique and he's so, I got you. There's only one speed with him. You know what I'm saying? It's a special thing.
It's because they also, Natty too, same thing. They do it in a way that's not spectacular. It's not extravagant. Yeah. They're just super solid all the time. They're super reliable all the time. Consistent all the time. So much so that you don't even notice it.
Yep.
You kind of take it for granted. But man, like I remember Mike putting on matches with Roman and Seth and Finn for the IC title every week on Raw for a period of time where you'd think, oh, Roman versus Seth, that's going to be a barn burner. Roman versus Finn, barn burner. Seth versus Finn, barn burner. Seth versus Mike, Roman versus Miz, But why? Because he does it every time. You know why? Dude, because he doesn't go around telling everyone he's the best. And I'm not saying Roman and Seth do, which they kind of do. Finn definitely doesn't, but they can say it.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't do that, dude. Mike does what he's asked to do all the time as good as he can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Natty's the same way, dude. Natty can go with anyone.
You use the word consistency.
Yeah.
To me, I tell a lot of my students, I'm like, man, it's not just about hitting it that one night. It's about, can you hit it the next night? Hey, because my dad, I remember he used to tell people, he's like, what are you doing? Main event WrestleMania? He'd joke with me, what are you doing the next night? And I thought, like, doesn't it end at main eventing WrestleMania?
Sure.
Not at all in terms of this business.
Follow-up's more important.
Yeah.
Dude, consistency is actually sometimes plays against you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because if you're too consistent, then it becomes normal.
Yeah.
People expect you to kill it.
Yeah.
So when you do, it's barely noticed.
Special guy.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, the first thing I want to do is, I meant to do it in kind of a more special way, but it's even better now because you're drinking and you don't drink that often. And that's the stun and briskly walk.
Stun and get a taxi home. Stun and don't drive.
Stun and Uber. Yes.
Buckle up. Put your fucking blinkers on, people. Signal. You're going right, left. Just let the person behind you know. God damn it.
That's great advice.
My son's just got his license. He's brand new driver. He's better than about 90% of the Florida drivers out there.
Not a great driving
Wake
state.
up.
Not a great driving state.
What are you going to say? Yeah.
Well, no. Okay. The PSA on blinkers, we do like that.
I do believe that.
And I believe you too.
I drove away from Sammy during the WrestleMania build-up. Drove away angrily. He told me he loved me. I didn't care. I slammed the door.
Yeah.
And before I drove off quickly, I buckled up. And as I pulled out, put my blinker on. People noticed it. They said, he's angry, but still buckled up and put his blinker on. Because that's what you do. You don't let emotions get the best of you. You stay safe.
I'll say this. They haven't used it for TV yet, and it's bumming me out. But I pitched that idea a long time ago of you, because you were doing all your promos in your car.
Yes.
I pitched this idea a while ago, and I'm waiting for them to use it, of you pulling into the arena, side ramp, where we can clearly see you in one of your many beautiful vehicles, and you still do the promo on your phone.
Yeah, and then back away and leave.
And then you back away safely, clearly, and leave. Because I just love the idea.
I like that idea.
Of you sitting in a car and you clearly could get out and go to the ring, but no, you're going to do it how you do it.
I also, on the WrestleMania build-up, I wanted to do one of those in my car and have Randy just blow through me in a truck.
Smash it.
I was willing to let the Lamborghini go for it. They said no. Oh, so I broke my neck, so everything went wrong.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. But what were you going to say first?
Well, no, I actually, more than anything,
okay, let's go.
It's yours to tell the world where you're at.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been such a frustrating process. We're kind of trying to we're letting my spinal cord heal as much as we can on its own.
Yeah.
Before we go in for the surgery, because how extensive the surgery will be depends on how my spinal cord looks when we go in there. So we waited, the trauma happened in January. Well, probably it was building up, right? But January is what made it, what really did it. Then we had this nice and easy ladder match where nothing crazy happened at all. And I kept going for a while. And then in the first week of April is when we had the MRI, and they were like, oh, guess what? You can't even get hit. Don't even get hit because you might die. So everything took a turn, and now it's been 3 months since then, since my last match. March 1st was my last match, so March, April, May, it's been 4 months almost. Yeah. We're waiting till mid-July to do the surgery. Hopefully it's a normal neck fusion. It might not be, we don't know. So since then, I felt fine. My neck's been fine, I'm not in pain. I have no really any symptoms of what you would expect somebody with a spinal cord injury to have. But in the last week, we were texting about this 2 days ago, and you asked me for details, and a classic Cody move, I didn't answer you. I left you hanging.
Thank you.
In the last week, for some reason, the symptoms all came in one shot. Every symptom you'd expect me to have, the pain in the neck, the stuff going down the arms, the legs not really responding, it's all been happening. So it's been pretty brutal. I can't wait for this surgery. And then to move forward, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
But it's been very frustrating because I felt great. So we had 2 incidents where basically in the ring, my legs kind of fell asleep and I was like, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
We thought it was one thing, which is why we didn't go right away for the neck, because it wasn't consistent with a neck injury.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about your legs.
We looked at everything else, and we figured it's not that. Let's take a look at the neck, and then it was that. But besides those 2 instances where my legs kind of fell asleep in the ring, I felt great. Yeah. So I'd have doctors call me, and I've been very fortunate to have Randy, TJ, and WWE, Jeffrey Dugas put me in touch with all the best spine surgeons they have. They're great. I've spoken to all these different surgeons. They give me their opinions on what they would do. Yeah. All in the hopes that I can get back in the ring and be safe. So I have all these opinions, but all of them were like, so you don't have any symptoms? I'm like, no, except for that time my legs fell asleep. I'm fine now. They came back. No pain, nothing, no discomfort. I'm great. Yeah. The last week, everything hit. So now it's like a different story. I'm like, now I can't wait to get the surgery. Not just because I want to get back in the ring, just because I want to not be in pain. Yeah. So, yeah. This is helping. This is great, though. This might be the key.
It can get you through the rehab.
I feel great right now.
Get you back in the ring.
Yeah.
I'll mention this because when we wrestled at the Royal Rumble and we did the ladder match, we had talked about, you had said, like, my legs, it was always a kind of a unique symptom. My legs just feel like they're dragging under me. Yeah. And then I remember I felt like I got a sense that it might have been more serious because of mutual friend, Kathy Kelly.
Yeah.
I remember after that match, I came back and I was looking for you. And I wanted to make sure you were okay. And I remember I wanted to update her too. I just felt like I needed to update her. And the way she looked at me was like my mom used to look at me. The way she looked at me, she was like, yeah, we need to make sure he's okay. And the way she said it, I thought, got it. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you. But she values that relationship so much, your friendship.
Yeah, well, so
and
she's
I thought, got it. We're going to find out, yeah.
She's a good friend, but also we went through something pretty traumatic together.
Yeah.
In that it sounds silly when we talk about the cart,
flipping in Saudi.
Flipping in Saudi in the middle of the desert in the middle of the night. It seems mundane, right? Oh, you flipped around in a golf cart. You don't understand.
Not at all to me.
It was wild, man.
Yeah.
And as we were flipping,
I was mad at you.
The first thing that went to my head is me and Jamie Noble. By the way, if you want to take a tumble in the desert in a golf cart with people, Jamie Noble, Kathy Kelly, best people you could do it with.
Okay.
Entertainment value, and also if this is the last moment we have, these are a pretty good crew to go out with. But Jamie and I sit in the back. The driver tells us, okay, put your seatbelts on. If we start flipping, if we start rolling, it probably won't happen. But if we start rolling, just make sure you keep your arms in. Okay. After he gave us the safety briefing, Kathy jumps in. Doesn't get the safety briefing. But whatever, she buckles up, she's in the front, we start going. Yeah, we're not gonna roll. Why would we roll? Going through the dunes, great time, amazing time. And then as we go up a dune, I see the buggy in front of us almost go. And in my head, I go, oh, we're gonna go. And as we start going, in my head, I go, Kathy doesn't know how to keep her hands in. So I just reached around and grabbed her arms. And as we're rolling, I'm holding on to her. So I think that's why she was so concerned about the Royal Rumble, is because I didn't save her life, I didn't save her arms, but I tried to make sure she was safe. And then both of us experienced this incredible thing, which is we're upside down in the golf cart, we're sand pouring down our face, our ears, everything, and all we hear is Jamie Noble going, my ribs, my ribs, I'm okay.
I love how you've described a near-death experience with CK and Jamie Noble.
And then I'm the last one in the golf cart, by the way. They pull Jamie out, they pull her out. I'm literally just sand's pouring down my face. I'm stuck in the seatbelt. And guess whose voice I hear?
Who?
Take one guess.
I would not even.
Is he okay? Hey, Kevin, are you in there? Is Kevin in there? Sami Zayn trying to tell people, where's Kevin? I'm like, I'm in here. Where do you think I am? He's like, hey, dude, you got to get out. I'm like, I'm upside down. And he's like telling people how to move. You know what I mean?
It's terrible.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
But then the first face I see as I stand up, Sami Zayn, dude, are you okay?
I have so many fun Sami stories.
Who doesn't?
He's a special soul.
He is, yeah.
During that period of time, we worked, we wrestled. We were so fortunate that we got to bring back the Winged Eagle.
Yeah, dude.
And we got to really bring it back and
oh
have
my
this
God.
moment.
As soon as you brought it back, my first thought was, how do I attach myself to this when it has nothing to do with me?
That's perfect, because
I'm going to try to steal it. And that's what happened.
You did. And,
so you got the best, we got the best of both worlds. You got to bring it back.
Yeah.
I got to steal it, be on TV a bunch with it.
Yeah.
And then you got to take it back.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping you'd get to keep it. We talked about this.
Well, so I did.
No, but I meant on TV. I was hoping moving forward, that would be it for you. That's the one you get to carry.
I think there's some reasons maybe, and not just the company reasons. I think there's some reasons from a aesthetic point. I didn't get to keep it, but I did keep the
you have the actual title.
And I would love to give it to you.
No, we've talked about this before.
Well, too bad, buddy, because it's right there in that box.
I'm not taking it.
It's right there in that
I'm
box.
not taking it. I was just talking to Ben about me. I asked Ben to give it to me so I could frame it for you.
So,
and he never did. And now I know why.
hilariously, I asked about framing it for you, and you know me, rather behind when it comes to anything, especially answering text. But yeah, no, I wanted you to have it. That's ours.
I can't take it.
Well, you are taking it, and I'm going to sign it. Do we have a Penske? But this is our one.
I'll take it because you're signing it.
That's the
only reason I'll take it.
That was always the plan.
All right.
Is we'll sign it, and then in case, but that's our one. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I had it on the bus.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Because I kept asking Ben, how do we get it?
I get it on the bus, yeah.
Well, that means a lot, dude. And I'll definitely find a way to leave it on the bus another time when you won't notice.
We're going to double sign it, and because you were the guy who got to, there it is.
You know what the sweetest part of it was? Is doing the thing with Sean at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Oh my gosh.
With it.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so cool. Dude.
Also, it wasn't forced. Hey, we're going to bring it back for Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah.
Great. That's cool. Oh, you know what? He took it. Let's keep it going.
Oh, well, to you it wasn't forced because you were only part of one tiny bit of it.
I feel you had to.
Triple H would probably tell you it was forced because I kept telling him, can I steal it? Please, can I steal it? Let's do a ladder match. If I steal it, we could have 2 titles. Then we could do a ladder match.
And we
can
did.
I steal it? I know. I think this title for you is special the same reason it is for me. Is because well, maybe not actually, because you grew up watching your dad wrestling all kinds of different promotions with all kinds of different world titles. When I started watching wrestling, this was the ultimate title. It's a title that Brett and Sean and all those guys were trying to get, until it changed over.
Yeah.
Steve won it, and then they switched it.
Yeah.
But to me, that's the title that I dreamed of winning when I was younger. Actually, funny enough, the title I originally dreamed of winning and that I would win in my bedroom against my pillows and teddy bears all the time was the original not original, but the Intercontinental title with the white strap, which I ended up being able to fucking hold because someone brought it back. You remember who that person was?
I did. I brought it back.
It was you, of course. So of course you'd bring that one back.
Well, this one's yours, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Signed
amazing.
for you.
Thank you.
There you go. I kept the inscription pretty simple.
I love you too, buddy. That's amazing. So it'll be available on eBay very soon.
What's so funny is that that's the winged eagle, and you.
Which, by the way, every eagle has wings.
Well, this one's
It's just the
wing-
eagle title.
Yeah, this was a winged eagle. You grew up. I liked it for a different reason than you liked it, but I know one of the big connections you have to it is Bret Hart, who is your friend. So how's that like growing up, loving someone, the Hitman?
Well,
the excellence of execution, and now this person is in your life and your friend and a luminary figure that you have.
Well, I don't want to overstate. One thing that's very important for me is not overstating relationships.
Well, you shouldn't on this show because we like to exaggerate.
We're friendly. I'll text Brett. He'll text me back. We have a great relationship.
Yeah.
I can't say he's my friend. I wish I could.
Workplace proximity
And
associate?
if he, more than that, but because that's somebody I admire greatly.
Of course.
And I know if I ever needed advice, I could go to him and he would gladly give it to me.
Yeah.
If he ever said we're friends, then I'd be like, Bret Hart's my friend. But I don't feel comfortable saying he's my friend until he says it.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
Out of respect.
Totally.
But growing up, ironically enough, I was not a Bret Hart fan at all.
Oh, no.
But there's a great reason. I was an Owen Hart fan.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go Sean.
No, well, I was a Sean guy.
But you were an Owen
It all
guy.
started at WrestleMania 11, first tape my dad rented, which made me want to be a wrestler. And at the end of that tape, I saw Sean, or right before the end, which was bullshit, by the way.
LT Bam Bam.
They should have been main event, but whatever. Lawrence Taylor could wrestle. Who gives a shit?
Bam
Bam got his main event, though, which he deserved.
I do stand apart. I like LT Bam Bam.
The match was fine. Bam Bam deserved to be the main event, but to me, what blew my mind, what changed my life was Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Smallest guy on the show, best guy on the show. At the time, I was tiny, scrawny kid. Like, if he can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah.
But then I start backtracking, renting tapes from the year before. So then I watched Royal Rumble from that year, which has Bret Hart versus Diesel for the WWE Championship. And Bret, at one point, tries to tie up Diesel's legs with the camera wires. I was upset. He's cheating.
Yeah.
How can this guy cheat?
Yeah.
Then Owen jumps in and attacks his older brother. I have an older brother, 10 years older. Used to beat the shit out of me, which is fine. I love him. We let bygones be bygones. But at the time, I don't like my older brother.
Yeah.
Beats the shit out of me. Bret Hart's the older brother. Owen's trying to keep him from cheating. Owen Hart's my guy. So you see what I mean? Automatically, Shawn Michaels fan, Owen Hart fan. Can't really be a Bret Hart guy.
Yeah.
But I knew he was a great wrestler. I knew he was a talented wrestler. And then years later, obviously, unless Bret Hart's a great guy, I met him. So now, I'd like to say he's my friend. But growing up Canadian, you'd think, was I a huge Bret Hart guy? Not necessarily.
So that's crazy to me. I thought you would be because I was a Sean guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a Sean guy. I was a Stone Cold guy. That's another thing. Stone Cold fan.
Yeah.
More than anything, I was a Ringmaster fan. You know how few people can say that?
I actually can join you in that because I knew of Steve before the jump.
I didn't because I hated WCW.
Yeah.
I could not stand WCW, wouldn't watch it, refused to acknowledge it. Yeah. It's so funny how life works out, eh?
It is.
Yeah, and now I have this because you brought it back.
Yeah, the Winged Eagle.
And you brought back the Intercontinental title, which I also got to hold.
This segment is brought to you by Fanatics. What is your Mount Rushmore of sports jerseys, including WWE gear that means the most to you? So here's the thing we often will ask is, give us your Mount Rushmore of Fanatics, like your Fanatics Mount Rushmore, and that can be jerseys, you know, in terms of hockey, baseball, football, whatever it may be, or it can be wrestling gear. Your Mount Rushmore of, we've had people say Austin 316, that classic shirt, the NWO classic shirt, things like that. Your Mount Rushmore.
If we're going with just WWE wrestlers or wrestlers in general, but WWE wrestlers who I'd like a autographed jersey of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd go with Stone Cold.
There he is.
Shawn Michaels.
There he is.
I'm going to go with 4, same thing.
Yeah.
Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Becky Lynch.
Oh, that's a great crew. And
Greatest 4, in my
yeah.
opinion.
No, I was going to say, is there any version of your Fanatics Mount Rushmore in terms of jerseys, like a hockey jersey, that you'd put on your Mount Rushmore, your big 4?
So I'm not a big sports guy.
Yeah.
I did follow hockey when I was a kid. Then wrestling happened. I couldn't care less about any other sports. I got back into hockey recently. I got season tickets to the Habs, got season tickets to the Lightning.
Yeah.
I've been watching hockey.
I love that you're a Tampa guy now.
So as far as hockey goes, because it's really the only sport I know enough about, when I was a kid, I loved Mario Lemieux and Patrick Roy.
Yeah.
So it'd be one of those two. Can't really pick which one.
That's great.
But yeah,
well, you get, let's say those two. Yeah.
There you go.
For our viewers and listeners, whoever's on your Mount Rushmore, you can get all your favorite jerseys and fan clothing from Fanatics. Go to fanatics.com or download the app today. I mean, we can keep all this in, but basically, here's the story.
We have to keep it
During
in.
Stardust, you know, like I needed a little bit of a mental edge on how bad I was being treated, even though maybe it wasn't that bad. But I kicked Kevin with a disaster kick, and he kicked out before I even, as I covered his chest, he kicked out right away. And that was during the NXT Sami Zayn era of you're not here to earn a spot, you're here to take a spot. And I hated all of them with a passion. But the truth of the story is it wasn't Sammy. It wasn't Kevin. It was Jon Moxley who did it. And Jon Moxley is awesome. So that's the story.
Yeah. Also, remember we talked about Big Show earlier.
Yeah.
Funny enough, wasn't Big Show kind of the reason why he wasn't wrestling him in his hometown as Stardust, the straw that broke the camel's back?
It's one of the straws that broke the. Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a moment where I remember Charlotte asked me, "Can I meet one of her?" Like she had brought a little kid to the show. Can I meet this kid? And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Hey, he's Stardust." And I could see the kid was like, "Who is this?" And I remember thinking like, "Oh no! Not only does he really not know Stardust, he doesn't know what I was doing prior. Gotta go." That was there was a bazillion reasons. Road Dogg and I have a great relationship. So to this day, it's one of my favorite stories. But when I went to him asking what's the finish on me and Zack Ryder for the 11th time on main event, and he goes, "Hey man, does it really matter?" I remember thinking, yep, got it. And I remember I told Cardona after, I said, "You up? Rough Rider," and walked out the door, and I didn't come back. I'm here with Kevin Owens, my guest, of course. I like to think of myself and Wheatley Vodka as the American Dream Team. I always ask people, what is your American Dream Team?
What are we doing?
So I'll go ahead and give it to you. Some people say, this is my team of people I'm preparing for the zombie apocalypse with. Other people, from a wrestling perspective, I say, hey, who's your War Games team? So that you don't have, we've had everything. We've had like 100 people. We've had 4. Who's your team?
I need more boundaries. Give me at least a number.
More qualifiers?
I'm on a
4 people to go along with you. You're going into it. Who's it going to be?
Man, it's very hard to pick just even with this boundary, it's almost impossible to pick 4.
I know, that's why
I'm just going to go with WWE wrestlers who I pick for a Survivor Series team.
And I'll go ahead and qualify for you. Kevin's answer might change over time.
Well,
but here are 4 guys you'd go into it with today.
The only reason it wouldn't change is because now I'm also going to use that as a cop-out. Because it's a Survivor Series team and we don't do mixed gender matches, that automatically eliminates Becky and
no
Liv.
ladies.
So they can't be in it, but you guys will totally be in it.
No ladies.
So for Survivor Series, current WWE talent, you, Randy, Sammy, Finn. Easy.
Dude, we'd smoke the field.
That's right. And ringside, as our manager, making his debut, Michael Kirschenbaum.
Wow. We'd smoke the field.
Wait, doesn't matter.
Randy, all 800 pounds of him.
Doesn't matter who else is there.
The field.
It does not matter who else is there.
Oh, I love that.
That's right.
Okay. This is, I don't know if you've watched the show before.
Is this the end? Is this going to be at the end of our episode?
It is.
Because I'm about to crack this Cody Rhodes bottle open.
Dude, go
I don't know
right
if I was
ahead.
allowed to, but it's happening.
I feel like, oh man. I feel like you're allowed to do anything here on this pod.
I know, I have a flight, exactly. I'm not flying the plane.
Talent Relations
And they're driving me there. It's
Talent
incredible.
Relations is here. Here is a... Sorry. It's a jingle that we... Got it?
Have to mix it.
You got it. All right, so here's...
Cody will pay for whatever, bro.
I don't think it broke. Here's a jingle brought to you by our friends at Wheatley American Vodka. Want you to watch it, and I'll ask you to replace...
That should not be a bartender.
Replace a word at the end.
With Wheatley. Wheatley, so good I drink it neat. This song right here is for the red, white, and blue. You got good taste, and you drink like it too. Wheatley, so good I drink it neatly. Wheatley, American Vodka.
All right, so Wheatley Vodka is
Very
so
catchy.
good. It is, right? These are good folks here, by the way.
Yeah.
Wheatley, so good I drink it neatly.
Uh-huh.
So if you could replace the word neatly, what do you replace it with? Wheatley, so good I drink it.
Naked.
Well, that for sure. Naked.
I don't drink anything naked. I'm never naked. Why would I do that to people? But I drink
You're
this
actually
naked.
not the first person to say naked.
Don't tell me Priest said it.
Nope, my wife said
Okay, that's
yes,
fine.
So
I'll agree. If I can, I don't mind Brandy. If Priest had said it, we'd change my answer.
what's your best friend?
I know that we can't. We're so connected. We would have said the same thing.
Man, thanks.
Thank you.
My gosh, thank you.
Thank you,
something-
dude.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it.
Please keep it. I meant to frame it for you. It's set under the coats on my bus. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest and my friend, Kevin Owens.
Oh.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much.
That was so much fun. I'm definitely going to miss my flight.